My name is Daisy. I like Daisy. In fact, I used to eat daisies out of the field. And I'm 22 years young. I don't know where else to turn to, but something you say makes sense, so you are my last hope. Oh, God. Poor thing already. Crap. I need to load up on this one, honey. I have been struggling with abdominal pain ever since January of this year. I started the new year with a keto diet, and I think you can guess that didn't go well. Yeah. You know, I try to tell you guys, you know, these type of things are put out by people that don't know their butt from a hole in the ground. Sorry, kids. But, and I know people are just trying to find the answers. But we have them, and it's time we get them out there more and more and more, and save a lot of people from these things. These keto diets, these, caveman diet crap and stuff like that. Like it or not, we're islanders. No matter where you live, if you're up there in Alaska with those young guys, you know, the new generation Alaskans are trying to survive out there. Realistically, not too many people can do that. You know, humans nowadays in that young age group doesn't have the stamina, number one. That dude that was overseas, he's pretty tough dude. But you got a couple guys there that they don't look too burly at all. That's life below zero there. And the new generation. But not too many people. And that's an oxymoron diet. And most of your diet is protein. Well, your health doesn't last. And with those kids there, their genetics are weaker. They're not going to live long. They're going to see a lot of problems. And abdominal problems like this. Bowel problems. So by the end of the month, I had severe pain in the upper right abdomen and terrible constipation. Yeah, you know, I'm telling you guys, there's nothing like raw fruits, berries, melons, and salads. You know, guacamoles and stuff like that. I know we get clued in, and I like some cooked vegetables sometimes. Sometimes I just get the craving. I want mashed potatoes. I want corn on the cob. I want green beans. I want big sliced tomatoes. I grew up on that. And I like that once in a while. It's kind of like, maybe I'm going through a hard week. I go, I need to have some of that, you know. But by far, my diet is fruits, berries, melons, and salads. Fruits, berries, melons, and salads. Because if I don't, or I do too much protein, I feel it. And if you have inflammation or acidosis somewhere where the tissues are breaking down, and you eat protein, that's just what you get. Protein, remember I told you about the medical doctor? Came into class one day, severe pain in his right kidney. And he's been on the fruit, and he went on the herbs, and got out of pain within a couple of days, totally out of pain. 4th, 5th day on the class, they did a raw food kitchen. I gave him Giuliano's meatloaf, went down on his knees almost in pain. I said, Doc, that's just nuts. That's protein. And protein, you'll see it, you'll learn it, exacerbates pain. I've been doing this 50 years, and I can just tell you. And look at Arnold Ehret, for you Arnold Ehret fans. Look at that cutting experiment he gave them. Go all on fruit, cut yourself. It won't bleed. It'll heal in a day or two. You won't even know it. I've been there, done it. And some of you have written me the same thing. All right? Add some vegetables. Just add some vegetables. Do the same thing. Cut yourself with a knife or razor blade. Sounds bizarre, but, you know, it's an experiment. You know, not really bizarre using humans in vaccines that have never been tested before that kills every animal that used them before. It's not any bizarre than that. Then, add protein. Or you could be an intermediary, add cooked food in there, right? And then add your protein and then cut yourself and see if that don't hurt, pus up, and take a week to heal or more. The more acidic you are, the more pain, the more neural pain, the more it takes to heal. Look at these decubituses and these hospitals feeding these poor people all these acid, crappy food. Their decubituses never heal. They keep packing. Come on. It is so unreal, unhealing in hospitals. It's not even real. I spent 5 years of my life and probably 60 to 80-hour work weeks. Any of you nurses that went in the hospitals, you know how they rock. They understaff themselves, and then they work their people to death. I know ER docs that spent 40 hours. The warrior in me, I like this lady already. The warrior in me decided to try and tough it out to see if it goes away. Nah, don't be that kind of warrior, because if you don't do anything, everything stays the same. No, everything does not stay the same, guys. If you continue the same path, it gets worse and worse. Nothing is static, not really, in nature. At some micro level, there's always activity. So nothing ever stays the same, and depending which pH side you're jumping on really does depend upon what effect you're going to experience. I might have to cut this off early. So it didn't, and eventually I started to get random pains all over my gut area. Right, that does sound like colon and GI tract right off. Because when you're over up in here, you're looking at gallbladder, you're looking at liver, right? But you're also looking at colon wrapping around up in here too. Straight away, maybe you're looking at small bowels. But when you start to feel that all over, that's interstitial. So generally, as a rule, of those that know iridology, as a rule, you're not seeing just one part of the colon or small bowel agglomerated, lymphatically speaking. You're seeing the whole GI tract. That's that rope or that ribbon that they refer to in iridology that doesn't know as the autonomic nerve wreath. We tell you that is the actual bowel wall. The actual colon wall that you see there, and even the small bowel. How thick is that rim? You know, and that's how thick your lymphatic stagnation is. Well, the thicker, the more acidic. So then you see polyps popping out or in. So they go in, you know, colonoscopies and cut off your polyps. This is just tumors. And when you get so agglomerated in an area, things are going to expand, right? Edema and all this. You're learning that with Pat's class, osmosis and stuff like that. But you remember, you're going to get little humps and bumps, like little pimples and stuff. What are those? What's these little pimples? What's a cyst? What's a tumor? Those aren't systems that are moving well. These are systems that are stagnant, and you're building up, and they're forming pustules, or they're forming tumors, or whatever. What system is doing that? Because there's only two that you can blame. Oh my God, there's only two. Let's put on the broken record. Lymphatic system. This is lymph trash. Lymph trash. And where's the eliminative organs for that system? The kidneys, the 3 kidneys. Oh, I guess I didn't have A and P. There's only 2 kidneys, right? Skin, 3rd kidney. But where's the eliminative organs in the blood system? There is none. So what does that mean? When you see eliminative organs in the body and they're not tied to the blood, I mean, the blood might dump and a little of their waste in the kidneys, but what's the main organ in the body that cleans the blood? And it's a lymphoid organ. Spleen. Your spleen. That cleans the blood and refurbishes the blood cells. It's where your platelets are. Well, at least that's one of their thoughts. White blood cells. Now this is the lymph system. This is your immune system. Pure and simple. And if you're a naturopath and don't understand it, I understand a medical doctor don't understand it. I get that. But a naturopath should know the immune system. The warrior in me decided, yeah, I got all that, you poor thing. Everything kept getting worse, which led me to my first ER visit. They did a CT scan where there's more radiation in there. So what's happening is she's burning there, right? But she's burning, I'll say, extracellular to intracellular, right? And then it builds up intracellular. Right? So now the CAT scan burned her intracellular to the outside. I mean, this is crazy stuff, but you got to understand what's going on. Radiation burns you from the inside. That's why you see all the virals. Generally, you don't know that your cells are being destroyed in this world of 5Gs and in this world of X-rays and all this. Thank God digital is around, you know. Oh, wow. They diagnosed her with terminal iridolitis. which they said was inflammation of the small intestines. Okay, so it's not just the small intestines, dear. It's your colon too. And that's the interstitial spaces. It's not terminal. You have to get this system hydrated so you can get some fluidity with it. But this system has eliminative organs tied to it. The blood does not. So what do we have to do? If we see stagnation in the body, wouldn't you normally first go to the eliminative organs? Right. So you're going to go to the urine, right? All right, first you're going to go to the urine. Let's look at the urine. Where's all the stuff that's supposed to be in there that's coming out of my body? It's clear. I don't know. Medical doctor says it's supposed to be clear. My body's supposed to retain all the metabolitic waste that it makes. Dumb butt. I mean, that's bad. That's real bad. All right, so now you're not sweating? Is that why you have a rash on your skin and why you have eczema or psoriasis? Because you're not sweating? Well, what would sweating do? Well, why would we sweat? Elimination. We have 100 trillion cells roughly. Give or take a few trillion, depends on who's guessing. All right, so let's go on down here and see what happened to round of antibiotics. You know, that drives me friggin' insane. Let's give her a round of antibiotics because that inflammation is bacterially caused. That is ignorance that's even compounded even more. And that's where you get into trouble because now you're going to kill the little babies that help bring that pH a little more comfortable for you. Like I said, when you see systemic lupus, Lyme's, arthritis, you guys have probably had some antibiotics enough in your life to kill your bacteria in your lymph nodes because you're feeling full bore 3 pH. And that isn't fun. That hurts. That's painful. And when it's all through you, you can imagine years of this, what it does to your psychic. That's why people get ratted out like crazy. They're willing to take the steroids, anything. Because no one's telling them the simplicity of chemistry, what side they're on, what foods are exacerbating this, what foods can take it away from you, because your lifestyle is your exacerbator. Your genetics set you off, your mom set your lymph system, and now you're driving your car. What chemistry are you using to take your car, physical body, down the road? What you were taught? The mind is nothing but a programmable instrument. So you're just doing what you were programmed. Your awareness, though, is beyond programmed. But sometimes the mind is so controlling you can't look from yourself. So you work on that. That's why I keep telling you guys, be in the now, work in the now. Be the observer instead of the thinker. All right. So sadly through that, all that, my symptoms only got worse. Oh yeah, and if you don't be careful, they'll run you all the way to bowel removal. Next few days, and now I know it was the antibiotics. I was so fatigued I couldn't walk. Yeah, they slammed your lymph system. I couldn't feel my face. Jesus Christ, you guys. You understand how important you guys are? Look at this poor thing. They gave her antibiotics now, probably gave her Cipro. And then that didn't kill her, so they were probably working her way up to vancomycin to see if that would. I mean, this just makes me sick to my stomach. She couldn't feel her face. I was shaking and dry heaving through the nights. God. Oh my God. 22 years old. You know, the truth needs to come out, guys. And I developed severe breathing problems on top of everything else. So I went to the ER again, and all they did was do a bunch of tests. Yep, because they don't have a brain. X-ray scans, and you name it. Of course, very familiar. Lived in that cold, dark world a long time. They couldn't find anything and sent me home with nausea medication. Hello, there's the medical world for you guys, right here. That's spelled right out. That's your medical doctor right there. That's your one. And you want me to work with them? How can I work with them when that's how they are? They think this is smart and we're stupid. I want to see how many can build a toe like that. They want to cut it off. I followed up with my general doctor, and finally they diagnosed me with silent acid reflux. Oh. I got it. And sent me home with a pan of whatever that crap is, and didn't end up taking it because I knew it was just a temporary fix to a bigger problem. You were right, honey. That's your spirituality speaking through. A problem that nobody seems to want to spend the time figuring it out. When you do not understand the lymphatic system, that's it. That's where we live. And that's true with naturopaths too, and I hate to tell you that, and homeopaths and everybody else, chiropractors too. If you do not understand the lymphatic system, you do not understand your profession to the max that you can, and what you can do with your profession. That's why I'm building this school. I'm only going to have professors that know their stuff, or let me train them so they can know their stuff. Because you got to know your stuff. You got to know why. You got to know about chemistry. You got to know why things happen, and you got to know about the lymphatic system. If you don't know, then it's like the medical doctors. They just threw, well, you don't know. Let's test her out the butt. Maybe a test will show us. Maybe a test will show us. They can't think on their own. It's like using a calculator. You use a calculator so much, and then I say, what's 2 plus 2? Wait a minute. A month has passed since then, and fortunately my symptoms mostly went away, but a few days ago they have resurfaced. This time I have sharp, gnawing pain in my upper left and right abdomen, troubles breathing again, loss of appetite, burping gas, and mucus in the back of my throat. All right, so you know by now, by reading this site, you got to get your butt up on raw foods, right? So you want to go on fruit, but here's the problem. You want to stay away from acid fruits. You're on fire, honey. You're on fire. You're burning up. And you want to stop that. So you need hydration. Hydration occurs with fruits, berries, melons, and vegetables. That's it. That's it. Hydration only occurs under those few foods. All right? So you want to get on these herbs. You want to go after those kidneys, honey. Go after those kidneys. What else you want to bump up? The adrenals. Why? Your shortness of breath, right? They're bringing you down. They're bringing your life and health down. And that's how people die under their care. They bring you down. They don't bring you up. So you want to get your kidneys filtering. You want to turn on those adrenal glands. Get your neurotransmitters up there so you can breathe better, right? Use those neurolymphatic points, start working and moving everything. Go on an all fruit. Use fresh made applesauce with cinnamon in it. I want you to get our stomach tea and start sipping on it and drinking it throughout the day, or some type of marshmallow slippery elm tea. Start drinking it. Thank God, nature, thank you, has all kinds of goody tools for us to help soothe, anti-acids or anti-inflammatory, but that's a wrong way to say it, because that's a curse to inflammation. Inflammation is trying to help you. It's a body going, whoa, we got to help. We got to get this out of here. What do we have to get out of here? Proteins, acids. And another thing, when you're suffering like this, girl, what food do you not want to eat? Proteins. You eat proteins, beans, grains, or meats, you're not going to be happy, and you're going to end up with some resections or colon removals. You know, this is serious stuff here. And of course, what's taking place with her? You think she has good absorption? Hell no, she's got malabsorption. Well, I can tell you already, since her whole gut is involved, what else is? Over here on the right, we got Mr. Chemical Factory. And we also have a little tissue in there that deals with the lymphatic system. It hydrolyzes lipids. What are we talking about? Liver, gallbladder. Across the street, what do we got? We got a little pancreas going on there. I'll bet you $100 you'll find trouble in all 3 of those organs. I can just tell you. I mean, looking at enough and looking at this, so you're in trouble for sure. But you got to back out of this. Cool yourself down. You know, this is all acidosis. You want to cool yourself down. You're 22. So my question is not, do you have kidney weakness, honey? How bad do you have it? Give me a latest blood work. You know, get a hold of someone or something in here, and let's take a look at that. Last night was really scary. Oh, let me see. Troubles breathing again, loss of appetite, burping gas, and mucus in the back of my throat. Last night was really scary, and what triggered me to write you. I rode up from my sleep with a huge wave of nausea and tried walking to the bathroom. My jaw and my arms started to loose feeling, and when I made it to the bathroom, I fell from almost passing out. 22-year-old. God. I knew I needed help, so I ran to my sister's room and I fell onto her bed from almost passing out again. My face was really sweaty and my pain in my stomach was all time. Well, you know, your stomach area is involved too. And what is your stomach solar plexus area? That's the brain of your autonomic nervous system. That's why you can't breathe. All that inflammation, all that acidosis in your stomach and solar plexus is shutting down your autonomic. Breathing, bowel moving, that's why you're heavy constipated, your autonomic's shutting down. And you've got your kidney and adrenals, and your adrenals are your neurotransmitters for that. So you really got to focus on your genetics and all this. And of course, yours is going to see kidneys, adrenals. I don't know about anything else. I think I have symptoms of H. pylori. You know, side effect. You're inviting the world in, honey. You're setting your terrain up, and this you have a sewage dump in you, and you're inviting the world in. They're just trying to kill those that are coming in, and it's just compromising your body so much more. So I want to go to the ER for a third time, but they will just give me some antibiotics and more radiation. Yeah, you got to stop. Get your parents, get whatever. Get yourself slippery on marshmallow or stomach tea. Have us overnight it. Whatever you got to do, you got to do it. You want to cool yourself down. Get your applesauce with cinnamon in there. Real slow. Put a lot of chew power around here. Get your digestive enzymes in your mouth working, right? Because I don't know what condition your pancreas is in. But when your bowels are in that bad, your pancreas and your gallbladder and liver is coming right behind it. So we got to look at that. Yeah, and you want to kill parasites, obviously. I just ordered both of your parasitic tinctures because I figured it couldn't hurt. Take the whole kit, honey. You can't afford to just take parasites because you're agglomerated. You're going to kill parasites and they have nowhere to get out of you. You want to open up the doors. Oh. These cases drive me crazy. So they're all over the place. 22-year-old, poor people. I would greatly appreciate a response to this because right now I am dry fasting for 2 days. I don't know what to do after that. I don't know how to stop this. All right, so I'll get a hold of you. I'm going to stop this right now and try to get a hold of her. My family just thinks I should take the antibiotics. Yeah. I love good parents like that. Here, go ahead, honey. Even though you're in so much discomfort and pain, go ahead and keep following them until you die or you have to have severe surgeries or something like that. Oh, my God. Horrible. But I love you guys. And, you know, it's a trip. This is a trip. You guys are working through your genetic weaknesses. You're working through your karma. You're working, all that's tied together. All your genetic, believe this or not. I mean, this is how they work this out. It's just amazing. So everything you're experiencing is for your embetterment. And if it's something you don't want, let it go. Let it go. But you have to learn how to eat. If you want to survive, you young people, if you want to learn how to survive this, you got to learn how to eat. You want to learn how to survive the vaccines? There's another lady just died, 47 years old, friend of mine, just died in her sleep of a heart attack, post-vaccine. So they're blood clotting people to death. So you just gotta you gotta be smart. Keep yourself hydrated. Keep yourself alkaline. Start getting your kidneys to filter. And I don't care what pain you're in, whatever. This is the system you got to work on. There's nothing else. This whole site is about the system that most people are having trouble with that no one knows about, except you guys. And that's the beauty of it. Look at this, 22 years old. Just listen to that. And there's a lot worse. And a lot younger. So it's a mess. So have a coconut on me. I got a bunch of them. I'll have to pass them out here. And I got a bunch more at home. My God. This is going to be good. I'm excited. I want to get that cone out of there. That coconut cone. Anybody ever had that coconut cone? Oh, nectar, nirvana. All right, you guys be strong. Take care of yourself. Help others. Open that heart. And keep your eyes open at night. I might soar in there and take a wink at you. Love you guys.